He happily caressed its rounded, small chin. "Hello, little guy. My name is Subai. It's a pleasure to meet you. From now on, we are partners. There are tens of thousands of spirits in this world, but the two of us have become partners. I think it must be fate. Maybe I have chosen you, or you have chosen me without knowing it. Let us get along well in the future, and I hope that we can become stronger together." He originally expected an ugly, thorny guy and totally did not expect to hatch such a cutie. Sigh, this might be fate. Who. The little guy did not seem to understand his words. It just stretched its head and cried for the milk in his hand with big, purple eyes full of deep desire. "Here. Don't worry. This is for you." Subai poured the wood spirit potion into the milk and placed it in front of the little guy. Upon seeing this, his pet stuck its head out and licked the content like a little puppy. While slurping, it showed an intoxicated expression. Sigh, turned a. Sigh. Subai shook his head helplessly as the little guy gobbled down the milk. He picked up an eggshell, dipped it in the drink, and brought it to the little guy's mouth. Eggshells were good for spirits. The eggshell dipped in milk had a different level of attraction to the little guy. It came forward and gobbled it up in one bite. Its pink, pimpled tongue even licked his finger, not wanting to waste a single drop. This little guy looked like a big-eared fox. At this time, its body was just slightly larger than a milk tea. It had a pair of big ears that moved rather adorably. A pair of small, purple horns stood between its ears, and its big, round eyes housed the best features, amethyst-like and adorably lovable. The hair on its body was similar to a fox's, but the color switched between light green to dark green in a beautiful gradient. Although it looked like a big-eared fox, its face was round and not very pointed. It was round to the touch and felt much better than a British shorthair cat. It was indeed very cute, but it was far from Subai's imagination. According to common sense, it stood to reason that his spirit would look similar to the beginning evolutionary stage of the Queen of Thorns. However, this little guy and the thorn were obviously two different species. The thorn was not cute and looked like a ragdoll covered with thorns, completely different from this little guy. Subai suspected that he was the culprit behind this. He had incorporated too many green attribute light balls into the spirit egg. Moreover, this little guy actually had a pair of amethyst-like eyes, which were probably a mutation as well. According to the normal situation, purple pupils were only owned by emperor pets. Concentrating hard, Subai checked the little guy's information. Introduction, name, race, spirit, littlewood spirit, gender, female, level, low-level servant, attribute, wood, poison, features passive, thorns domain. The effect of the wood spirit baby skills as well as the restoration ability are doubled in the domain. The increase in effect expands along with the domain. Can also provide restoration to its own spirit, poison, passive characteristic. All the poison skills of the wood spirit baby have no indications. It is done without a noise and will not show any abnormal state before the release of poison. Skills, vine whip, highly toxic attack, restrained, water, weakness, fire, evolutionary process. Little wood spirit totem sacrifice, totem guardian, totem queen. Little wood spirit vine fox thorn, holy vine fox king, queen of thorns. Little wood spirit sanctuary. Wood spirit limitless beauty, god of life, evolution exceeding law. Introduction. Little wood spirit is a juvenile spirit and possesses the blood of the monster Queen of Thorns. It is a special spirit born from the fusion of the Queen of Thorns' crystal nucleus and the spirit of the eternal tree. It has great potential and a docile personality. It likes to live in a place full of life, and the forest is its absolute home field. In the forest, its recovery ability and attack power will be improved by leaps and bounds. It turns out that it's really because of me. Subai nodded. His eyes lit up and shone when he saw Little Wood Spirit's evolutionary progress. There were at least 4 stages of evolution, and even 6 stages of evolution. A 6-stage evolution type meant that, as long as there were no accidents, it could properly reach the existence of the Emperor level. Not many reports of such existence were on the internet, but it was said that such a monster could threaten a country, and a simple wave of its hand could destroy an entire city. However, none of that was accurate. The evolutionary path was full of twists and turns, and there were also various different mutations. The end result could not be determined. Some powerful spirits had lost their potential due to some unfavorable mutations or eating the wrong food. Some weak spirits also suddenly had a special mutation potential, and some monsters mutated more frequently. It was not impossible to change from a fire attribute to the undead attribute within a few seconds. The most important thing was the pet tamer's nurturing. That was what determined the future of a pet. Howl Tilda the kitten-like little wood spirit licked Subai's fingertips and rubbed its head against him. It then pushed the remaining half bowl of milk over. It meant to say that it was full and would give the rest to him. The behavior of the little guy warmed his heart and he burst into laughter. "I can't eat this, I prepared it for you. My share is in the ref. If you're full, I'll store this in it for now. You can drink it later." Subai caressed his spirit, then soaked the remaining eggshells into the milk and put it away. Oh, Tilda the little guy watched its owner stand up and jumped onto his shoulder. It licked both his cheeks and seemed to want him to bring it along. Okay, I'll take you with me." Subai nodded, very happy that the little guy was so dependent on him. "How about I call you Purple Jade?" Subai turned his head and asked. This was the best name he could think of. He felt that its purple eyes matched the name Purple Jade. Phi, asterisk, the little guy seemed to think for a while before nodding. "Good, then I'll call you Purple Jade from now on. You can call me Subai or Arbai." Subai caressed its soft ears and started to introduce his spirit to everything in the world. The newborn cub was full of curiosity. "This is a ref. You can't go in casually, or you'll end up breaking it. This is a TV, Sai. You can't use your vine whip to attack the monster inside, it'll break the TV." 2 hours later, Purple Jade drank the milk again and fell asleep after eating the remaining eggshells. Subai put it on his bed and covered it with the corners of the quilt. The little guy shrank into a ball, wheezing in its deep sleep and causing the quilt to undulate. Now that Purple Jade was asleep, Subai finally heaved a sigh of relief. He drank a glass of water and took a break. He also had time to learn about something else, something related to his career as a pet tamer, the contract book.